All right, so you guys got a research project going on, is that right? Awesome. And Mr. Vargas shared with me you guys topics, some really good topics. Do you guys come up with your own topics, or Vargas gave them to you? Come up on your own? We got undocumented immigrants. Where's Jazz Miranda at? Jazz doing undocumented immigrants. What else we got? Hate crimes against Cambodia. DeAndre, where's DeAndre at? Yes. Physical and sexual violence toward women. Where's Savannah at? Savannah here. So you guys came up with some really interesting topics in here. So today I want you guys to get out your Chromebooks. Go ahead and get out your Chromebooks. Today we're going to be looking at the library online resources. Online resource for the library. So as you're doing your research, we're going to be looking at how best to do that and how to find the best sources for you guys. So right away when you open up your Chromebook and you open up your browser, up at the top on the left, you guys should see the bookmarks. You guys all get the LUSD bookmarks? And the top one is library. Does it say library, or does it say library? It says Lincoln Library. So that's what I want you to click on. It should take you to this screen. I'll give you guys a second. This is my brand new website I built. So everybody find that? You guys all have the bookmarks there? That's much easier than go to the homepage the way we used to do it. Anybody have a problem? No? So is this what comes up for everybody right here? Let me show you the Lincoln Library website real quick. So you guys can come in here. Did you guys know you can pay your fines online? So hopefully, oh, you guys, it's not working for you guys? There's no bookmarks for you? So then you have to go through, why are there no bookmarks for you? Everybody work for everybody else? You sure it's up on the left side? Someone's helping you out there? No?
I got bookmarks later.
That kid I had over here, he had the same problem.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't show up the bookmarks?
Just for one kid, though.
Just for one kid? So the other way you can go through, you guys, is if you go to the Lincoln High website. Do I have the Lincoln High website up here? The other way to go is if we go Lincoln High website. Oh, come on. Lincoln High School home. It's up in here. Resources and information. And there's library here. So you can go that way. You just Google Lincoln High School website. This comes up. And then click on library down here and it comes up that way too. Okay? So through here, once you're in the library website, did you find it, sister? Did you make it? Yeah, you're there? Good. So you guys know that you can always pay your fines online. Hopefully you don't have library fines. But you guys, when you want to go to prom, when you want to graduate, in case you did lose a book along the way, we keep track of all your fines. You have fines. If you have fines from your last school, if you lost something at Claudia Landine, that fine follows you all the way. And when you have a pretty girl or a handsome boy you want to ask to prom, before you buy that prom ticket, you have to make sure you have no fines. So you can pay your fines right here through the library. If you scroll down here, we have all our library books that people are checking out. These are our most popular titles and our newest books. We're always getting new books in for you guys. And right up here, you can always just search. If you're wondering, oh, I wonder if Harry Potter's checked out or if they have it, you can just search Harry Potter, and anytime it's going to tell you what books we have in the library. So it's an easy way to look at the library. But what we're working on today is this part of the website, which is doing research for a class. The new library research page is up. So this is what I want you guys to click on. You can all click on check it out, or click on the picture here, and it's going to bring you to research should be easy. So you guys here with me? Research should be easy. You watch on my screen, you can watch on your own screen. We're going to be looking at these electronic resources. So these right here are the resources that we pay for. We pay these guys to give you the best information for your research. All right?
Where are you going to get that?
It is, you can click on, boom, boom, boom. Research should be easy. You click on check it out, or you click on the picture right here. Check it out, it'll take you right there. Boom, research should be so easy, okay? So as we're researching, guys, and as you guys are researching, it should be easy. The easy thing to do is just Google that stuff, right? You're always going to Google something. And Google, it says it up here, Google is an invaluable research. It's often very dependable. However, realize that Google is this huge company, and they want to sell you stuff, and they want to inform you with what they want you to know. They want you to think the way that they want you to think, okay? Not necessarily the way you want to think. So the stuff that they're going to show you right away, sometimes has a lot of bias. I'm going to show you that in a minute, okay? So this says it's whenever you use Google, you still have to evaluate your resources. You have to think about, where is this website coming from? Who owns this website and what are they trying to tell me? Okay, you have to evaluate your websites. You have to check it for bias. You have to keep track of your URLs, your web address, because as Mr. Vargas making you guys do a bibliography, I believe he is for this. Do you guys know what a bibliography is? It's your works cited that's at the end of your project. That's going to say, this is where my information came from, Mr. Vargas. These are the good sites that I chose and decided are dependable so that I would give the best information for you, okay? So you guys know I teach English 9. I have a couple students in here. I'm a teacher. Students ask me all the time, Mr. Bonilla, when in the real world, after high school, will I have to do essays? No. Honest answer is no, you won't have to do essays. Will I have to do research projects? Maybe, but probably not. So the question is, why do your teachers make you do this? Why do you make them do this? This is training your brain, you guys. This is training you to be a critical thinker. When we go online, there is so much information out there. You can Google anything and stuff's going to pop up and it's good or it's bad. Watch videos, look for articles, whatever you want. But we are trying to, what Mr. Vargas is trying to teach you is how to be a critical thinker. How to take that information. And the first thing is to find the best information. This is valuable. This is not. This is less valuable. This is biased. This is somebody else's opinion. This is something I can actually read to form my own opinion. So that is your critical thinking. First, taking that information, deciding what's the best information, and then you guys have to synthesize it. Synthesize that information. That means you have to read that article and think about it a little bit. What is this saying? How is this important? How does this relate to the topic that I told Mr. Vargas I'm doing this project on, okay? So you synthesize that information, and then once you've synthesized it, you've got it in your brain, you've got it brainstormed and thought it out, you're going to take that and you're going to present it in a way that other people will understand it. And that is the requirements Mr. Vargas gave you. So this, being able to do that, critically think about something, a lot of information, narrow it down, critically think about it, and then communicate your thoughts about it to your teacher, to someone else, that is invaluable. No matter what you do in life after high school, that will be something you need to do. You'll need to think about things and then express your thoughts to others in an organized manner, whether you're in business or you're a mechanic or whatever you're doing. So this is like, I always tell kids, it's like ninja training. If you want to be a ninja, you're a little kid who wants to be a ninja when he grows up, they don't just hand you nunchucks and throwing stars right away. You have to do the basic training to build up to getting the nunchucks and throwing stars. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you want to be a Jedi, and you're a little Padawan trying to learn to be a Jedi, they don't just give you the lightsaber first day. You have to train yourself to earn that lightsaber and then to become that big fighting Jedi. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to train your brains to critically think about all this information and then develop a way to communicate it to others. It's a very important skill. Can AI do this for you? Absolutely. This is why everybody loves AI. Oh, I just plug it into AI, it'll do this for me. But you're not learning to train your brain to be that critical thinker. And this is what we're trying to get you to do. So we're trying to find the best information so you can synthesize it for Mr. Vargas and have a great presentation, okay? Is that making sense a little bit? Oh, I hope so. So you can absolutely Google stuff, but these are the sources that we pray for. And we're going to be dealing with these first 4 right here at the top. If you scroll down, there's more down here. There's science sources. There's Alexander Street is all videos about all kinds of videos about art, right? And there's some fantastic stuff in here, but we're going to use these first 4 today because I think Mr. Vargas is requiring you guys to have 2 of your sources. You guys need 4 sources altogether, am I right? Yeah, and 2 of them have to be library sources. So on your 4, you can Google 2 and fine tune, do the best you can with that, and 2 of them are going to be from these 4 right here. So Britannica is the easy one. This is the most basic. You put in a topic like dinosaurs, it's going to give you basic articles about dinosaurs, okay? We get a little bit harder with the next one. With eLibrary here, it's going to be slightly more developed research topics, a little bit harder articles. And then when we get to SIRS Pro Con, this one's a really good one because you guys are doing some really interesting topics. And this is going to give you both sides of that topic, you know? We were talking last period, should mothers be allowed in the workforce? If you have kids at home, can you go get a job? Some people say no, some people say yes. We look at both sides of that. Is it easy for a mom to go get a job? She has to worry about daycare and these things. Really good topic to research, right? And this one's going to give you pros and cons. Some people say, no, mom, stay home. So you'll say, no, that mom, we should help her go out and get a job, right? And then the Explorer one is really, that's almost college level. That's really if you want to get deep and really explore some topics, okay? So I want you guys to try a couple today. Let's see what we can do. First I want to do Google here. What are some good topics in here? Boy, we had, what period are we in? We had, where's Caleb? Caleb had, immigrants are lazy and taking our jobs. Wow, okay. Interesting topic. Now, if I just go and Google that, I'm almost scared what's going to pop up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me clarify. He wrote down what's the dominant narrative.
Okay.
And that's why he wrote that down. Like, that's what people say.
That's okay. Hey, Caleb, I'm not calling you racist or anything. We're not saying immigrants are lazy for doing our job. But when we do that, we also had policing among youth was one that I looked last period. And this is, so I went to Google, and someone's doing policing among youth, which I think we're talking about how police treat youth differently from adults. But when I just did Google check on that, policing among youth, we have our AI answer here, law enforcement interactions with children, adolescents. But then if we keep scrolling down with Google, these first top ones, you notice this right here, it says sponsored. So this is what companies are paying Google to have show up first. And who sponsored these first couple articles? This first one is from the National Police, and the second one is from the International Associate of Chiefs of Police. So the first two things that pop up when you look this up are what the police want you to think, okay? These are what the police, the International Chiefs of Police are paying Google to put those first, right? So that's what the police want you to think. Do you necessarily want to go from a police point of view? You probably don't. You probably want to go from a kid's point of view. So as you scroll down, you have to think about this, where these are coming from. You can scroll down and there's more down here, and you probably find some good ones down here. But if we're really looking for unbiased sources, not what the police want you to think, but just straight information, then we're really going to go back and try and use some of these. So we have Britannica here, which is a great source. This is our basic one. You can search anything in here, okay? And you guys, if you remember when I was a kid, we used to have Britannica, used to sell encyclopedias. There was this big set of books. And if you want to read about starfish, you have to go to S and look at ST and find an article on starfish. Much easier this way, but they still are a leading company that gives the best information, okay? The other ones on here, and I'm going to let you guys play around with this in a minute. ProQuest is a great one. Did I have my ProQuest search up here? We were doing mothers. Does anyone want me to search their topic? Someone throw out their topic there. What are you doing, partner?
Discrimination against people in interracial relationships.
Oh my heaven, interracial relationships. So the first thing I want to think about, I'm going to go to SIRS here, issues researcher, because that's an issue, right? There's going to be pros and cons. Some people are going to say, no, you shouldn't have an interracial relationship. Some people say, why worry about it? It's fine, right? But the first thing you want to think about, and this is what Vargas was telling kids last period, is how are you going to phrase that? How can we make that simple? How can we get the best information, right? Do you guys know what it means to throw quotation marks around a search? If we search interracial relationships, then it's going to search everything that's relationships and everything that's interracial. But if we put quotation marks around it, it's just going to search interracial relationships, okay? So let's try that. I didn't try this one yet, but let's try it. So first, if we just type in international or interracial, is there two R's in that? Interracial? Oh yes. Interracial adoption comes up on its own, but that's not necessarily what we want. Interracial relationships. And let's try it first without the quotation marks around it. See what comes up. A cruel history of color.